Women during the Great Depression. Women had their own set of struggles during the Great Depression, but they also made some big steps forward. Some women had to join the workforce to support their families, leading to an increase in women in the workplace. Women who didn't get a job had increased responsibilities in the household and, in some cases, had to deal with their husbands staying home all day. Also, women didn't benefit from the many New Deal programs created to combat unemployment. Women in politics, like Eleanor Roosevelt, tried to remedy this issue but were not completely successful in doing so. Women in the workforce. During the Depression, some women had to join the workforce to support their families. At the time, women made up about 25% of the workforce. They worked at many different places, including restaurants, factories, laundries, and beauty shops. They became teachers, secretaries, librarians, and nurses. Women actually increased their presence in the workforce during the Depression, and their jobs were much safer than men's. Because of this, working women were scorned for taking jobs away from deserving men. Women were also limited in their job options as some work was not suitable for women. Women in the house. Women had increased responsibilities in the home during the Great Depression. Since families had less money, women had to save old clothes and grow food in gardens instead of buying it at a store. Also, men who lost their jobs stayed home all day, which led to fights between husbands and wives. Some men drank or abandoned their families entirely. All of these things increased the workload for women in the home and made their lives more difficult as they tried to keep their families together. Women and the New Deal. While New Deal programs benefited many men, women did not share the same benefits. For example, NRA codes set the minimum wage lower for women than for men. Other agencies only gave jobs to men and not to women. Women in politics, like Frances Perkins, Ellen Sullivan Woodward, Molly Dewson, and First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt tried to look out for women as well as men, but women still were treated unfairly. New Deal programs simply weren't targeted at women, so women couldn't benefit from them. Though women had increased roles in the workforce during the Depression, in most other ways they experienced the same kinds of discrimination and sexism that they had in the past. Women were forced to take care of their families, both financially and in the home, without the help of their husbands. Since the Great Depression, women have made many strides towards becoming equal to men, but sexism is still a big problem today.